What's up, guys? Kel Stately here, coming from Honolulu, Hawaii, at my house. Beautiful day outside. I wanted to thank you guys for joining us for our live demo we'll have here in a few minutes, but I wanted to take the time to kind of introduce myself and how I got involved in Q Sciences. I'm from Arizona, 26 years old. I grew up racing professional motocross, and honestly, I had about 30 different jobs. So going through all that, I was kind of trying to find my passion and find something that I could really give back to and be passionate about as well. So going through all that, really made me appreciate what values I would want in a company. And Kanoa, who I'll introduce here in a little bit, he's the one that introduced me to this company and really brought me in and kind of showed me what it's all about. And I saw a tremendous amount of value and something that I could truly go to anybody to, friends, family, and say, hey, this is going to help you. So I encourage you guys to take an open mind, leave an open mind today, and just kind of look at it and see for yourself. But without further ado, my good friend Kanoa is going to come up here and show you a great demo today.
Cool. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Right on, guys. Well, first off, thanks for tuning in today. I'm going to dive right into everything. But before I do that, would you mind helping me real quick here, pour just a little bit into all these cups? While he does that, guys, I just want to share a little bit of my story with all of you. My name is Kanoa Nartatez. I'm 22 years young, from Kauai, Hawaii. And I actually come from a pretty humble background. I grew up with 7 other brothers and sisters in one room. And my dream growing up was to play college soccer. I ended up graduating from high school in 2011. Got a soccer scholarship to Hawaii Pacific University and played there for 2 years. And my freshman year in college is when I was introduced to network marketing and entrepreneurship for the first time, and completely changed my life. Long story short, has been involved in this industry and entrepreneurship for the last 4.5 years. Hasn't had a job. I haven't had a job since high school, and I've just really wanted to be able to live life on my own terms, have the freedom to travel and just kind of, create the lifestyle that I want. And that's exactly what I've been able to do. And it's because of, companies like Q Sciences. So, real quick, guys, with this technology, we're not going to be diving into any of the business. If you guys do want to learn about that, you can get with whoever invited you onto this demonstration. But we're just going to strictly be talking about the product, the HQO water ionizer, the benefits, from a health standpoint, how it'll save you money, and just why it's an overall good thing, not only for ourselves, but for the planet. And so really encourage you guys to take some notes, dive in, pay attention, because this is something that really, truly does provide an immense amount of value. And when I first heard about this and I first saw, the demo that you guys are about to see today, it took me seeing it to believe it. When I first heard about, all the stories behind this water and how it was helping people with cancer and diabetes and all of these different ailments and diseases and sicknesses, I'm someone that has to kind of see it to believe it. And that's what I'm going to show you guys, today. But the first thing that I want to kind of do actually is really quickly kind of show you guys the HQO machine and give you guys a quick background on how it works. So this is the HQO water ionizer, alkaline water ionizer by Q Sciences. And basically what it does is it's designed to kind of recreate what happens in nature. So it hooks up to any faucet or any sink, and it runs from your tap water into the machine, and it goes through 2 very sophisticated filters in the back here, which are designed with NASA water technology. And that basically strips all the impurities out of the water, the chlorine, the lye, the hard water scale, inorganic and organic compounds, iron, all that stuff that's not necessarily good for us. It strips that out of the water. And then the water actually runs over 14 medical grade platinum coated titanium plates. And what this does is it actually shocks the water. It's plugged into the wall here, and it shocks the water through a process called electrolysis. And what that does is it gives it 3 really, really amazing properties, for our health. And I'm going to be diving into those right now with you guys, and then we can, show you the machine again and turn on the water. But the first property, that I would like to, kind of show you guys is what's called the antioxidant property. And what I have here is what's called an ORP meter. And what this does is it reads the oxidation reduction potential of whatever liquid that I stick this probe into. And so if you read that backward, it might make more sense. It's the potential to reduce oxidation. So if you know what oxidation is, it's when you cut it open an apple and it rusts. It's when you leave guacamole out and it turns brown. It's what happens, inside our bodies, outside our bodies. Just us living, it happens all the time, second by second. The air we breathe is slowly oxidizing us, aka aging us. And so what this machine does is it actually measures the potential to reduce the speed of that oxidation. So we're going to go ahead here, and if you guys can see this number, Michelle, if you want to get a little closer, I have the HQO water straight from the machine. We have tap water right here, and then we have a lot of the other bottled waters, sports drinks, and sodas, soft drinks that people normally drink. And I'm just going to go ahead here and stick this in, and you guys can see for yourself whether it's an antioxidant or whether it's oxidizing. So if there's a negative number there, it means it's an antioxidant. And as you guys can see, we have a negative 797, 98, 90, right around 790. And we'll go over here to tap water, and that jumps to a positive 150, 160, continuing to rise up to 200, continuing to rise. So as you guys can see, there's no negative number, so it's a positive number, means it's oxidizing. So very oxidizing. We have a 230, right around a 227 to 28. That's tap water. We have Aquafina, and Aquafina jumps right up to a 240 to 50, continuing to rise, 260. That'd probably go up to 300, but we'll go over to Dasani, jump over to Dasani. That jumps right to a 300, continuing to rise. We'll go over to Hawaiian Isles purified water. We have a 285 to 86, so very oxidizing as well. Hawaii bottled water, ultra pure bottled water. That is also rising up close to a 300, so oxidizing. Jump over here to Sprite, boom, right up to a 500 plus. So very, very oxidizing. Perrier, about a 420, just below 300, so 380, 390. And then Gatorade back up to a 498, 497, right, hovering right below 500. We'll run over here one more time to HQO, and that'll show you guys immediately. It drops to a negative 785, 86, right below 800. And so that just goes to show you how powerful the water is. These two are the same waters. This came from the sink. This went through the machine. And so it shows you how that machine actually changes the molecular structure of the water and gives it these properties. But let me share with you guys just really briefly why this property is so important. And there's a lot of research and a lot of study on this. And I'm not making any claims that this water cures cancer or any other thing like that. As you start to surround yourself with people who have started to drink ionized alkaline water, you'll start to hear the benefits and the crazy amazing testimonials with it. But the reason why the antioxidant property is so important is because it's able to slow down that aging process, from a cellular level inside of our body. All the foods that we eat and all the water we drink, all the other things we drink are speeding up that oxidation process within us. And this is an antioxidant, like green tea, blueberries, acai, all those types of things. And actually, if you look at a scale of, where, for example, green tea lies on the scale, it's actually about a negative 100. So this is 7 to 8 times more potent of an antioxidant than green tea. And the reason being is because of the abundance of active hydrogen. If you guys actually go and look, you guys can Google right now for a computer, pull up a new tab. If you Google Lourdes, France, or Telacote, Mexico, Miracle Water, or Fountain of Youth, or just other fountains of youth, there's places, many places all around the world that people have been pilgrimaging to and traveling to for thousands of years, and they've claimed that these places have had the waters have had healing properties and have been super healthy and so on and so forth. And scientists have started to study all of these different places and really have come down to the common denominator of the fact that the reason why is because there's an abundance of active hydrogen in the water. And so that's what this machine is doing when it shocks the water through a process of electrolysis. It splits those ions, and there's an abundance of active hydrogen, aka an abundance of extra free electrons, which are able to neutralize those free radical cells in our body. So that's the first very powerful property coming from the HQO machine and the HQO water. If you guys didn't catch all of that, there's a lot of science, a lot of books, a lot of research. They've used this technology in Japan for the last 3 decades, and we are just on a mission to share, the health benefits of this with as many people as we can. So that's the first property. Now, the second property that this HQO water ionizer creates is actually the alkalinity of the water, or the level of pH. Now, what I have here are just regular pH drops that your pool guy uses to test the pH of the pool. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to drip a couple of drops into each one of these, of these waters and soft drinks. And you're going to see for yourself whether it's acidic, whether it's red, orange, and yellow, very acidic, whether it's neutral and it's green, or whether it's alkaline, living, and it's blue and purple and deep purple. And the reason why alkaline water, obviously, you guys start to see on the grocery stores, on the shelf, and you guys start to hear more about water, and how bottled water has 24,000 chemicals in every single bottle that affects 60% of your hormones, and that alkaline water is good for you, and so on and so forth. But why is it good for you? And I want to share that with you guys before I dive into this. And if you guys have heard of a doctor by the name of Otto Warburg, he actually won 2 Nobel Peace Prizes, and one of those was for proving that cancer actually cannot exist in an alkaline-rich, oxygen-rich environment. And so the water that we consume every day, the pH of that water is going to play a huge factor in the way we feel, the way we function, the way we operate, the way our body operates, so on and so forth. And so alkalinity is the epitome of health. Acidity is sickness, is aging, is death. Alkaline is living. So we're going to go ahead here and just pour a couple of these drops into each one of these, and you can see for yourself, kind of what happens. So this is the HQO water, and immediately you guys can see it's just a very deep, dark purple here with the HQO. We'll go over here to tap water, and tap water actually is slightly alkaline. Neutral, neutral / slightly alkaline. And the reason being is because they are mandated to put chemicals in your water, because if they don't do that and keep the water slightly alkaline, the pipes will rust. And so that's why your tap water will actually show, slightly alkaline, even though it's very oxidizing. And the reason why it's alkaline is because of additives and chemicals, chlorine, calcium, magnesium, things of that nature. And we're going to go over here to Aquafina, and you can see that as very acidic. And right here is Dasani. You see that also quite acidic. This is Hawaiian Isles purified water as well, very acidic. Hawaii ultra pure bottled water, not so ultra pure, huh? But this just goes to show you guys, this is what you're putting in your body. You know what I mean? That's the level of that is a level of acidity that you're putting into your body. It's like a 3 or a 4 on the scale, and every single disease and ailment originates from an acidic environment, and most of the time it originates from an acidic environment in your colon, actually. So that's Sprite. We've got Perrier here as well, extremely acidic. And then we'll go over here to Gatorade and purple. Nah, super, super, super acidic, as you guys can see. So that's what it is that you're putting into your body. And it's no wonder today, in today's day and age, with the foods that we're eating and the water and the soft drinks that we're drinking, that you're seeing cancer rise 800%. ADD, ADHD, all these different ailments, anxiety, all of these things. And really, the bottom line is it stems from the food that you eat and the water that you drink. And I think water is something that a lot of us overlook so much. because we all go on these diets and we eat healthy and so on and so forth, which is extremely important. But how many of you guys actually think about what's in the water you're drinking and the properties of the water you're drinking? Did you know that you're made up of 75% water and basically 25% food, if you will? And so 75% of you is made up of strictly water. And so the water that you consume is going to have a huge effect on the way your entire body operates. And so that just goes to show you guys, we have living alkaline ionized water here that's extremely powerful antioxidant. And then you have, tap water, which is alkaline because of chemicals, and then bottled water, which is extremely acidic and as well extremely oxidizing. But what we're going to do real quick is go ahead and show you guys what happens when you start to drink HQO water, when you start to drink alkaline ionized water. So imagine these cups, and imagine, that's, basically, that's what you've been drinking, these Aquafina, Dasani, Hawaiian Isles. I know probably if you guys are in Hawaii tuning in right now, you always buy this one because it's the cheapest, 99 cents. You're laughing right now if you're in Hawaii. But anyway, this is just the regular HQO water. And I'm going to show you guys when I pour just a little bit into each one of these, what happens. Boom. What happened? Your body goes alkaline. Dasani. Boom. When you drink HQO, body goes alkaline. Boom. Your body goes alkaline. That's how powerful drinking this water is. Now let's try, I'm going to skip Sprite real quick, and I'm going to go over here to Perrier. Now watch closely at what happens with Perrier. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it tries, and then it goes back. Try Sprite, and nothing. Doesn't even change the color. Gatorade, nothing. It will take a 32-to-1 ratio to just neutralize out these soft drinks, Gatorade, Sprite, so on and so forth. So like I said, if there's anything that you want to cut out of your diet, it's the Gatorades, the sports drinks, the Perrier, the Sprites, the colas. It's very acidic for you, obviously. And what I want to do next is show you guys what happens if you are drinking that. And I know all you guys out there, maybe everyone has drank, Gatorade or Sprite or Cola or something like that. And I can imagine, obviously you guys only drink one sip when you do open up a Gatorade. Not. But if you did only drink one sip, watch what happens to your body. So you've been drinking alkaline ionized water. Your body's in an alkaline environment, and it sickness, aging, disease is hard to live in your body. Well, if you drink, acidic, toxic stuff, watch what happens. Boom, back to acidity. Your body goes right back to acidic. And right here, boom, back to acidity. And that's the environment that you're putting, your body in. And so it's pretty crazy. If you guys are seeing this demo for the first time, I encourage you guys, to try to see it live, and you can do it yourself. If you know someone, whoever invited you has a machine already, they can do a live presentation for you, because that's what it took for me to really see it in front of my eyes. A lot of you guys probably have a ton of questions right about now, we can connect with you guys and reach out and answer those for you. I'm not going to dive into the super deep science of all of this. I personally did a lot of research on it, and so I can answer a lot of questions. I am not a doctor, but it shows for itself, just plain sight, how powerful the water is, the HQO water here, compared to what it is that you're drinking on a regular basis. And so the next property that I want to show you, those are the first two, is actually we call it superior hydration. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 4 cups here, and if you guys can see, I have just regular naturally caffeinated green tea packets, just tea bags. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put 1 tea bag in these 2 cups, 2 of these cups. And what I want you to pretend, Michelle, you can get a little closer, is what I want you to pretend is this tea bag right here is your cell. And imagine that the bag is your cell membrane, and the inside is the inside of your cell. And quick question for all you guys out there, and you can't answer, but how do you usually make tea? You have to do what to your water? You have to boil it, right? Well, right here we just have regular tap water, and I am gonna try to make tea without boiling the water, and we'll see. We'll go ahead and try to see what happens. So you guys can see here, trying to make tea. Go ahead and pour extra in that one, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but no tea. And then we're gonna go ahead over here, and we will pour some HQO into this this cup with tea bag, brand new regular tea bag. And as you guys can see, immediately only just a couple of dips and you've got instant tea. So very, very powerful. How does that happen? How is that possible? Well, when the water runs through your machine and it goes through the process of electrolysis, it actually changes the molecular structure of your water, making those water molecules smaller. And basically, what happens here is what happens on a cellular level in your body. You're able to actually hydrate your cells for the first time. You have to really hydrate, cleanse out your cells, and the water is able to permeate and penetrate your cell membranes. And so real quick, just to show you the power of that, I will go ahead here and I'm going to pour a couple of drops of the green tea into this cup, and same over here into this cup. And I am going to put right about the same amount. So I'm going to put tap water in this one, and we'll see kind of how it's able to grab that and spread it throughout the the cup, and not so much. But watch what happens here when I pour just some HQO in with the just couple of drops of the already made green tea. You guys see that? That's how crazy is that? That's how powerful the HQO is. So that's how you're hydrating yourself. That's how you're able to really hydrate yourself on a cellular level. So that's the third property. So between those three main properties that this machine creates, number one, this water is 7 to 8 times more powerful of an antioxidant than green tea, with all that active hydrogen in the water. It is alkaline versus very acidic, like the tap water, the bottled water, and sports drinks that you're drinking. And remember, alkalinity is the epitome of health. When you're born in an alkaline environment. When you die acidic. And the last property, with the superior hydration, you're able to deliver that alkalinity and deliver those that antioxidant property into your cells and really hydrate yourself on a cellular level. And so those are really the three main properties that this water creates. And what I do want to do is kind of go through with you guys. There are all the different types of water and different uses of those waters, because believe it or not, there are actually over 100 different uses for the 12 types of water that this machine creates. And so what I want to do real quick, so there's actually 4 to 5 different types of drinking water, levels of drinking water based off the potency, and you can, I don't know if you guys can hear that, there's a helicopter going by, but we'll wait half a second and let that pass. But there are several different types of water that the HQO machine actually creates, and there's many different uses for those water. And we call the next water I'm going to show you guys actually strong water. There's strong alkaline and strong acidic. And you just press the button on the machine, and out of the top hose comes strong alkaline, out of the bottom hose comes strong acidic. And the first one that I'm going to show you and really demonstrate for you here is this strong alkaline water. So 2 clean cups, and I have here just regular cherry tomatoes from the grocery store. And I'm going to go ahead here and just put a couple of some tomatoes in each of these. And then what I'll do is clean 1 batch with tap water and 1 batch with the strong alkaline water. And so this is one of the uses of this strong alkaline water. It's a very powerful degreaser. Use it to wash your fruits and vegetables. You can use it to take out stains out of your carpets, out of your clothes, so on and so forth. It's a very powerful cleaning agent. And so I'll just take this tap water right here and use the tap water to clean this batch of tomatoes. We'll give that one a head start. And then I'm going to take this strong alkaline water and go ahead here. Usually you store it in a darker container. Right now we just have it in an old plastic bottle. And while those two just sit there for a second, I'm going to show you why it's able to clean them better. And I don't know if you guys can see it already, probably not, but I'm going to show you guys how it's able to really remove all of those pesticides and herbicides off of your fruits and vegetables. And what I have here is just regular premium sesame oil. I'm going to pour just a little bit of sesame oil into each one of these cups, and just pour an equal amount into one cup and as well into this cup. And if you guys know, the pesticides on your fruits and vegetables are actually, they're oil based, and so they're not able to wash off with water, because we all know that oil doesn't mix with water, as we'll be able to see right here. As you can see, no matter how much I decide to shake this up, it will always separate out, and the oil will rise to the top and the water will be at the bottom. And you guys have witnessed that, with your dressing when you leave it out. But what happens, let's see what happens if we pour some strong alkaline water straight from the machine into this cup with the oil. I don't know if you guys see that. What does it do? It emulsifies the oil. It's actually able to degrease and emulsify that oil, and that's why it's able to strip all of those pesticides, herbicides, all that crap off of the fruits and the veggies, and really use it to clean your carpets. I mean, there's so many different uses for this water from a cleaning perspective. And so we'll put these here, and we'll go back to these tomatoes. This one was strong alkaline. This one was the tap water. And we'll show you guys what happens, how powerful you're cleaning your fruits and veggies when you do it with tap water. So we'll give this like 3 swishes right here. We'll give it like 5 just for extra. And pour this out, and you guys can kind of see what comes off. Oh, and really not anything, just pretty clear. And that was tap water. And now we're going to go ahead here and take the vegetables or the tomatoes that were done with the strong alkaline, and we'll just go ahead and give this, we'll just give it 3 swishes. You guys can already start to see all those pesticides coming off, and that is what you're cleaning off your vegetables when you clean it with strong alkaline water. And that's also what you're eating when you clean your vegetables with tap water. And I've cleaned cucumbers, I've cleaned cabbage, I've cleaned, carrot, all kinds of different stuff, before juicing and stuff. And it is pretty crazy the amount of pesticides and herbicides and just disgustingness that comes off of your fruits and vegetables that you get from the grocery store. And even if you buy organic, it's not as bad, definitely not. But a lot of the organic things out there that you're purchasing, are grown right next to, the ones that are, grown with pesticides and herbicides. And when they, spray it on there, it washes over as well. So that's the pretty much the demonstration, really showing the power of the HQO water as well as the strong alkaline water. And I would show you guys how powerful the strong acidic water is, but that's something that you have to, experience yourself. Actually, you pass it around the room, you'll be able to smell it. It smells like chlorine, smells like bleach, and it just comes straight from the machine. And it's just regular tap water that's changed through the machine, and you can use the strong acidic water for mouthwash, hand sanitizer, mopping your floors. You can use it for antibacterial. I mean, so many different things. You can literally get rid of every single chemical-based cleaning product that is in your house. The average family spends $700 to $900 per year on household cleaning supplies. And with the different types of water that are created through the HQO machine, you're able to eliminate all of those, and there's a use for all these different types of waters that the machine creates. And I've only shown you 2 of those waters in this demonstration, that you can use in your everyday life. And so, that really is the demonstration, guys. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in, and really having an open mind and taking a look at this. I'm sure if this is the first time you've seen this, it's probably got a ton of different questions going off in your head. And I encourage you to get those answered. Do your due diligence on this. I had to do my due diligence, and after a month of really researching this and seeing the amazing benefits of this water, I personally decided to get one. Kale just got his machine as well, and we're honestly just stoked and so excited to be sharing this technology with people and spreading the word of this message of health, because it is something that really is changing a lot of people's lives strictly from a health standpoint, in today's world with what it is that we're putting into our bodies with acidic, oxidizing, toxic chemicals with the tap water, the bottled water, and the soft drinks and so on and so forth that you are drinking every single day. And so I encourage you guys to try some of it. If whoever invited you on here has a machine, if not, get in contact with somebody who does. Try some water, get yourself a machine, and really taste and feel the difference. But I just encourage people to have an open mind and an open mouth, try it out for themselves. So with that, I really appreciate your guys' time, and I encourage you to get back with whoever invited you here, and really take a look deeper into all this stuff. So with that, appreciate your time, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.